Have you ever looked at your life and quietly whispered to yourself, I think it's too late? Too late to start studying, too late to chase your dream, too late to learn a new skill, too late to become the person you've always wanted to be. Maybe you've watched other people succeed while you felt like time was slipping away. Maybe you've told yourself, if only I had started a year ago, if only I had made better decisions, if only I hadn't wasted so much time. If those thoughts have ever crossed your mind, then today's story is for you. And before we begin, I just want to say how happy I am that you're here. Whether you're listening while studying, walking outside, relaxing after a long day, or simply looking for a little hope, thank you for spending these few minutes with me. Here at Stories with Hope, we don't believe that anyone is perfect. We believe that every day gives us another chance to grow. And today's story is a reminder that your next chapter can begin today. A few years ago, I used to believe that successful people had one thing I didn't. I thought they had started earlier. Earlier in life, earlier in their careers, earlier in chasing their dreams. Meanwhile, I felt like I was already behind. Every birthday reminded me of everything I hadn't done. Every achievement I saw online made me wonder if I had missed my opportunity forever. Until one afternoon, I watched a gardener planting a small tree. Curious, I asked, why plant a tree now? It will take years before it becomes big. The gardener smiled. Then he said something I'll never forget. The best time to plant a tree was years ago. The second best time is today. Those words stayed with me because I realized something. Whether I started today or not, 1 year would still pass. 5 years would still pass. Time doesn't wait for anyone. The only question is, when those years pass, will I be glad I started, or will I wish I had? Imagine you're standing at a train station. One train has already left. Would you sit there all day crying because you missed it, or would you wait for the next one? Life is exactly the same. Sometimes we miss opportunities. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we choose the wrong path. But life doesn't stop giving us chances. Another train always comes. The problem is, many people spend so much time thinking about the train they missed that they never notice the one arriving right in front of them. I realized I had been doing exactly that. I wasn't living in today. I was living in yesterday, and yesterday can never be changed. Then another thought came to my mind. Imagine reading a book. You reach the middle of the story and think, I don't like how the first chapters went. Would you tear out the rest of the pages? Of course not, because the ending hasn't been written yet. Your life is the same. Maybe some chapters have been painful. Maybe you've made mistakes. Maybe you've wasted time, but you still have blank pages waiting to be filled. Don't let an old chapter convince you the story is over. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this story and these lessons encourage you, I'd love for you to become part of our Stories with Hope family. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell, not because of numbers, but because I wouldn't want you to miss a future story that might arrive exactly when you need it. Now let's continue. After that day, I stopped asking, am I too late? Instead, I started asking, what's the smallest step I can take today? Sometimes that step was reading one page. Sometimes it was studying for 10 minutes. Sometimes it was sending one email. Sometimes it was simply believing in myself again. Small steps don't look impressive, but they create impressive lives. Think about the sunrise. The world doesn't become bright all at once. First, the sky changes a little, then another little change, then another, until suddenly everything is filled with light. Success works the same way. It isn't one giant moment. It's hundreds of small moments that nobody notices. One decision, one habit, one lesson, one ordinary day repeated again and again. Imagine a river. Have you ever noticed how rivers shape mountains? Not because they're stronger than the rocks, but because they keep flowing. Day after day, year after year. Consistency is stronger than speed. You don't have to move fast, you just have to keep moving. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is, I'll start when I have more confidence. But confidence rarely comes before action. Confidence grows because of action. Imagine learning to swim. You can't read 20 books about swimming and suddenly become a swimmer. Eventually, you have to step into the water. The same is true for every dream, every goal, every new beginning. You learn by beginning, not by waiting. Today, I still have goals I haven't reached. I still make mistakes. I still have days when I doubt myself. But I no longer ask whether I'm too late, because I've learned something beautiful. As long as you're alive, as long as you're breathing, as long as you're willing to take one small step, there is still time. Maybe not to change yesterday, but certainly to change tomorrow. So if you've been waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for more confidence, waiting until next Monday, waiting until next month, waiting until next year, maybe today is your sign. Not to finish everything, not to have all the answers, but simply to begin. Because one small beginning today is infinitely more powerful than a perfect plan you'll never start. Before you go, I'd love to ask you something. Is there a dream, a goal, or a habit that you've been putting off because you felt it was too late? Share it with me in the comments. I genuinely read your comments, and many of our future stories are inspired by the experiences you share. You never know, your story might give hope to someone else who's reading along. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. Thank you for being part of Stories with Hope. You're always welcome here. Until next time, take one small step today. Believe in your own journey. And remember, it's never too late to become the person you were always capable of becoming. I'll see you in the next story.